everyone, it's Natalie. Hope you're doing well today. And today I'm going to do a short video on the question I always get or read in the comments, and that is, do we, the abuse survivors, ever get justice? And that is such a difficult question because there's different perspectives of justice. Justice in the way that we think about it, no, we're not going to get that justice where the narcissist takes accountability for their actions. We get a sorry from the narcissist. It's just not going to happen. So I can tell you in 22 years, I've never gotten a sorry, and I don't expect to. But from my perspective of, did I get justice served? Yeah, I am serving justice to the narcissist right now by no contact, by them not having their grandchild in their life, by them not having their son really in their life the way he used to be. Justice in the way that they don't spend holidays with us. They don't get to be part of celebrations. They don't get to be part of our everyday life. They get no pictures. They get no videos. They don't get to experience our lovely family. So if you look at it from that perspective, yeah, you are serving justice. But I think to all of us, justice means someone actually getting punished for their crime. Somebody actually having to admit their guilt. And unfortunately with a narcissist, you're not going to get an admission of guilt because they truly believe that they are in the right. Their ego is bigger than anything I could explain on this video. They look at themselves that like you're beneath them. They are here and you are there. So whatever they say or do, it's justified in their mind because you're just a peasant in their eyes. So if you are looking or approaching the situation like, well, I'm going to make this narcissist pay. I'm going to put it all in their face. They're going to pay for what they've done. Things like that. You're wasting your time. And if you're approaching the situation with disdain and hatred in your heart, then you're not living your best life. And I think it's so very important that you reflect on how you feel. Reflect on your actions, on your hatred. Because when you're walking around here with a, a sore soul, a sore heart, all day long, being angry, upset, disappointed, everything that comes with that, believe it or not, you're making other people that you love pay for how the narcissist makes you feel because you're walking around angry. You're making your husband or wife pay for it. You're making your children pay for it when you're not trying to direct that anger towards them. But when you're walking around angry all the time, unfortunately, some people get the wrath of your anger. And it's time to set that anger aside. Grow as a person. Be happy and live your best life because you're not living your best life right now if you're walking around trying to get justice. Justice is served in many different forms, and it may not be the way you want the justice to be served, but there is justice happening regardless if it's, like I explained, them not being in your life and them being lonely and abandoned, or two, their karma coming back and biting them in the butt. And this is the thing about karma, if you believe in this. You don't see the karma happening because you're not around the narcissist. And if you think the narcissist will ever make some Facebook post or let you know that they're in a tough situation or something bad happened to them, you're highly mistaken. A narcissist will never let you know when something bad is happening in their life because they have to put this persona of being perfect. They can't let anyone know when something bad is happening because they want everyone to think that they are this glamorous person that nothing bad happens to. And that's not the truth. I know several horrible things that happened to my narcissist. Did she go and announce it? No, she didn't. But I knew that it was her karma coming back to her. Here you have a lady who wanted grandchildren her whole life. She only gets one. And she doesn't get that relationship. That's justice. That's making them pay for their karma, making them pay for their mistakes, making them have accountability for the way that they've treated you. And so their punishment is, you treat me this way, I'll be damned to let you have contact with my child. If you think my child wants to be around somebody who disrespects their mother, you're highly mistaken, narc. And you have to kind of approach the situation like, well, that's justice. Justice is being served right now to the narc by not being in contact or being involved with my life, my family's life, and being alone on holidays and being alone on celebrations and not being part of those celebrations within my family too. So you have to start approaching the situation that it's more than just justice. And if you go out basically headhunting these people, trying to make them pay, you know what's going to happen? You're going to make yourself look like a fool. And you're going to make yourself look like the perpetrator. Because people are going to see the hatred you have for the narc, and they are going to start shifting their beliefs onto you, that you are the problem. You have to let the past go. You have to wipe your hands clean of the situation and say, you know what? They're not even worth my time or energy. And yes, I know our Heavenly Father, if you believe in God, will make them answer to their mistakes, to their mistreatment. That's not on you to make them pay for their misbehaviors. There's bigger things in this universe that will make them pay. And if you're at that point where you're just so mad. Trust me, I know, I've been there. You're so mad. You're texting them, you did this, you did that. You're calling them, how dare you do this? It doesn't matter, they don't care. And all you're doing is making yourself all wound up. Making the hatred in your heart grow. And then you walk around angry. And you make other people pay for the narcissist mistreatment of you. You have to watch yourself and take accountability in the way you behave. There's been times, and I'm first to admit, I'm not sitting here griping at anyone. I'm the first to admit. Very first. Sometimes I was so angry. I'm not gonna cry. Sometimes I was so angry. I made my husband pay for that anger. I've made my child pay for that anger. Not being in a good mood, being upset all the time, being pissy, starting arguments, not having the temperament that I need. And I regret it. Because all that did was bring harm into my family, in my nuclear family. I stepped back and looked at my behavior and said to myself, I'm letting the narcissist win. I'm letting the narcissist win by walking around angry all the time. And when I decided to take my power back and started to live my best life, I saw a change within myself, within my family, within my husband's behavior towards me, within my son's behavior. Because believe it or not, when you're walking around with hatred in your heart, you're teaching your child hatred. Maybe you don't want to admit it, but I'm telling you right now, you have to let that hatred go and start living your best life and being proud of who you are, of the family you created. And it's so hard, you know, I'm teary-eyed because I just remember all the emotions I used to have. I just could not let it go. I just couldn't let it go. I wanted justice so bad. I wanted justice so bad that I was destroying my marriage. And you might be doing that. Some of y'all are in situations that maybe your husband's even being abusive towards you. And I'm not talking on those. I'm talking about my point of view, because sometimes I get comments and they're like, oh, I'm just done with my husband. I don't care if I hurt him or not. Well, that's your own agenda. My agenda is to make my family whole again, to make my family strong. Because my family was weak, because I was weak. If you look at it like this, like, we are the glue that holds our family together. We are the mothers. We set examples for our children and how marriage is supposed to look. But that hatred, that you wanting justice, you're not being a good role model. And you have to, you have to start looking at it like, am I setting a good example for my children? Am I setting a good example to, you know, for my marriage to my children? And I think the reason why we walk around, we want justice, believe it or not, because it has a lot to do with your own selfish reasons, and you feeling like you need to be justified in how you feel. Well, you can validate your own justifications. You don't have to go out seeking revenge. Someone upstairs is going to seek that revenge for you. You let him take care of it. And if you don't believe in God, that's fine. Then you just simply let the universe take care of it. But that hatred, God, let me tell you, that hatred ruined my sex life. It ruined the intimate relationship I had with my husband. It ruined me being a good mother. It set bad examples to my child. That's why I decided to take my power back. And that's what you have to expand yourself, your consciousness, your intuition, everything. Just expand it. Expand yourself as a human being and stop focusing on the justice and start living your best life. Because you're letting that, if you're still seeking justice, you're letting that narcissist take control over you. Do you want to live your life? Or do you want to sit around waiting on justice to be served? Because see, the narcissist wants you to be stuck. So you're making that choice. You're making that choice to be stuck. Who cares about justice? You live your life the way that nobody's ever lived it before. A happy life. Do whatever it is you want in life. Be successful. Do whatever you want, as long as it's not hurting someone else. The narcissist is getting their justice. And I can tell you that most narcissists at the end of their life, nobody's around them. They're abandoned. They sit in a nursing home all by themselves and no one ever comes and visits them. Because people by that time are so fed up with them. They're done. And if they do visit the narcissist, it's out of like being, like, I guess their own guilt. You know, they're letting their own guilt control themselves. Like out of, I don't know. If they do visit the narc, that's on them, you know. But most of the time, the narcissist is left standing alone. So you let the universe take care of the justice for you. And start living your life, people. Every time I see an email or a comment about I want justice, I think, wow, you're letting the narcissist take complete control over you. You stopped living your life. Now you're out for revenge. How's that working out? Guys, I appreciate you. I'm sorry I got emotional, but I know how it feels to want justice. And you don't really necessarily get it in the way that you think they deserve. But they're getting their justice. They're getting it. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean they're not getting it. Peace, love, and harmony. I'll see you guys later. Bye.